Title of this video is most Americans these days are depleting their Jing. What is Jing? J-I-N-G? Well, according to traditional Chinese medicine, it is one of the three treasures or three jewels, okay? The three jewels being the Jing, which is the essence, the Qi, which is the main energy, and then the Shen, which is your spirit, your mind, okay? How you connect to the source. And all these source beings have that, have that understanding. But the focus of this video is Americans are truly depleting their Jing, okay? One of their, actually the most important treasure, they say it's the Shen, but the thing is, the Jing is the foundation. You cannot vibrate to a higher consciousness if your Jing is depleted, if your Jing is non-existent, okay? If you have empty Jing, if your kidneys are all messed up, if your adrenals are all depleted, what depletes Jing? Negative, toxic people, that causes negative emotions. Anything that's negative, anything that's making you react badly, negatively, stressed out. Stress is the number one killer of Jing, okay? It is said in traditional Chinese medicine that, the amount of Jing that you are born with is fixed. It is, you can increase it, okay? You can increase it. I will give some tips on how to increase it here in a moment, but towards the end of the video. But the thing is, you are given, okay? You're given a fixed amount of that Jing. If you keep depleting it, you will suffer. You will suffer premature aging, and this is why you see a lot of Americans today. You see teenagers, girls who are prepubescent teens. They're already having their menstruation at the age of 11, age of 12, something like that. Before, they don't menstruate until they become, something like 15 or 18 or something like that, like older, okay? So this means that overall, if you take the average, you take the overall average, you take the statistics, we as Americans here in the 21st century, here in 2020, all of us are actually aging quickly compared to, other, countries. We are actually aging, bro. Like, this is real, okay? Even if you believe in this or not, it's medically proven. When I said that, prepubescent girls, like 11 or 15-year-old girls, like they're having menstruation, you can look this up. You can go online right now. You can call me a liar, you can call me all this. That's medically proven, man. So with this video, I'm just gonna make it extensive. So use my INFJ, awaken INFJ, intuition, and my life experiences. Living here and overseas and observing people aging and things like that, and the Jing. The focus of this video is the Jing, okay, which is a fixed form of energy, okay. I would say is one of the energy centers, okay. A lot of what they call it is in Chinese medicine is a jewel, okay, or the treasure, but I would call it an energy center because Jing, what they're saying is Jing is like tied to your kidneys, it's tied to your semen, your lower dantian. Like you have the dantian, right? The solar plexus, like underneath the solar plexus, and you even have a lower dantian. When they say lower dantian, it's your bladder and your testicles, everything going down that way. So even your kidneys, like in your lower back. So, but it's mostly tied to your lower back and tied to adrenaline and how you react to things and how you react to situations and how it affects you and things like this. This is why I told you need to get away from toxic people. Stress does age you, man. It really does age you, and there is evidence after evidence. Okay, they tested this in mice also, that they stress them out emotionally, the mice, and their hairs turn gray. Okay, they stress them out physically and mentally, and sometimes it's just like mentally. Okay, they have them like play these visual games. In order to get food, they made it harder and harder for visually to. You remember those experiments where the rat or the mice, they press a button, and then they gradually or they added a barrier to that. In order to get the food, he has to press the button, right? So once the mice learned that, he learned to press the button. But after that, the scientists wanted to increase the stress that the rat has to do. So, they added the maze, okay? Added the maze that the rat has to go through before he gets the food, okay? So what they found was the mouse that was, or the mice that were stressed, that were physically and mentally stressed, because you're going to be mentally stressed if you have to figure your way out of that maze. Okay, the maze is like getting harder and harder and harder and harder. Their fur turned gray, their hairs turned gray. Okay, so you see the same thing with your friends, your family. So this thing is real, bro. This thing is like evident. Okay, so this Jing, they say it is your life force. Okay, it is your life force, and it is fixed from when you are born, your prenatal Jing, and then your postnatal Jing. So a lot of people are like, oh, you can get into this yoga, Taoist yoga, that you can increase your prenatal Jing. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the postnatal Jing and how you can increase it. Okay, but that's going to be after what I'm about to say. So here in America, what I'm saying, man, here in America, you gotta admit it though. I see this myself. Okay, and not a lot of people are talking about this. It's a lot of people, especially in the millennial generation, and you can even see this in baby boomers. They are aging faster, quicker. People are getting crippled, man. People are like non-athletic. They're getting fat as hell. Okay, they're trying their best to eat, good food. They're going vegan. They're going fruitarian. All these things, and they're still getting sick. Okay, they're still getting sick. They're still ending up in the hospital. Okay, they go on the ketogenic diet. They're still getting fat. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It's what it is. What I think it is that they are missing. Okay, it's this holistic thing. It's your whole lifestyle. This is why I focus on travel. Okay, because travel allows you to eat, healthy food for cheap. You can afford the raw organic foods, fresh from the environment with no chemicals, not GMO, okay, non-GMO, not altered, not sprayed or nothing. You can afford it, okay, if you're overseas. Here in America, it's much more expensive. Okay, tell me this is not a conspiracy. Tell me this is not a conspiracy in America. Why is it that it is more expensive to buy fish than to buy pork or beef? Comment in the comment section, man. I'm telling you, I'm one of the realest motherfuckers out here, man. I'm gonna call this shit out. Why is it that in the Philippines, if you and I go to the Philippines right now, let's say I snap my finger and magically we're in the Philippines, why is it that fish is cheaper over there, but beef and pork is more expensive? Answer me that, genius. Answer me that question on the comment section, okay? I'm telling you, man, this medical shit in America is just a way to get in your pocket to make you sick. Oh, ketogenic diet, oh, drink MCT, oh. Even my dumbass fucking aunts are doing that stupid shit, man. coconut oil is saturated fat. Stupid idiot. You're gonna get a fucking heart attack. And by the time, a lot of Americans, I've read an article on this, and you can Google this shit up. Okay, I'm not making this shit up. Okay, this is another way to deplete your Jing. Okay, to make you think that you are eating healthy food, but when you're not really eating healthy food and shit. It's a deception. Okay, your body is a product of hundreds of years of evolution. Okay, if not even thousands of years. Okay, and then what they have you believe is, oh, just drink this oil, bulletproof coffee. Oh, and then the guy who's advertising it is fucking bald and like, gray beard and shit, fucking aging. Aging, aging is aging, which is a lack of Jing. Okay, see what I'm saying? So that's the decoding right there, man. That is the enlightenment right there. Okay, I'm sharing with you my experience. So, what I'm saying is that coconut oil, man, this thing is like, I mean, it's good for hair. Okay, I do use it for hair. It's good for hair to moisturize and things like that. It's good for head massage. Good for your, you can put a little bit in your skin, but some people are allergic to it. It's good for moisturizing your hair, but as far as eating it raw like that, it's, man, there's been case after case of these teenagers, okay, these young adults, they're having heart attacks, bro. They're freaking, they're getting their arteries like clogged up and shit, and they're ending up in the ER. Look it up. It's in Google, man. Look that shit up. This new bulletproof thing. Oh, bulletproof coffee. Ooh, put a lot of fat in it. Remember before when Atkins diet was famous? They had you eating a lot of meat, lots of meat, lots of meat. People ended up with lots of cancer. Okay, because meat, animal meat activates mTOR. Okay, the mTOR pathway, which is the mammalian target of rapamycin. Okay, look that shit up. I'm a science major, man. Look that shit up, So what it is it's not that it's bad to eat meat. What it is if you eat meat in excess, okay, if you eat so much that your body, I mean, that's like the only thing that you eat, okay? So the typical American Western dinner, big ass steak, big ass fucking potato, big ass fucking serving of vegetable, that's not a balanced diet. You're still missing the fruit, okay? How the main difference between the westernized diet and Asian dishes, the reason why the Asian dishes is healthy is because they chop up the meat, okay? Asians are not lazy, man. They just chop the shit up. They throw the vegetables in there, chop the vegetables too, and put some spices in there, and then that's their meal, okay? Because one thing I noticed too is like American style cooking is kind of lazy. Fucking, they don't cut up the steak. Okay, they just fucking big slab of steak. Okay, throw the fucking charcoal in there. Fucking grill the shit and fucking put it on put some barbecue sauce and shit like that. That's like the easiest way to cook. You're like a fucking caveman when you're cooking like an American and shit, man. That's not a cuisine. That's like a fucking caveman cooking and shit, man. So our way of living here in America is essentially just stressful, man. It's physically, mentally stressful, and then you have to deal with drama. With your fake, freaking hive-minded, family. Maybe your brother, sister, mother, father. Your immediate, your co-workers, your boss, your manager, and things like that. And if they have a hive mind, which is the majority is, they will pressure you. They will peer pressure you into conforming. They will peer pressure you into wearing a yoga pants, to try to fit in, to freaking grow your beard or some shit. To grow your hair and get a fucking man bun, to fucking drink bulletproof coffee is fucking full of oil and shit, saturated fat, which is what clogs your arteries and shit. So So Jing, man, Jing energy. So how to, okay, how to stop leaking it and how to replenish it, okay? So let's get straight to the point, man. So you need to stop, get away, okay? Go no contact on these people if you couldn't handle them verbally or mentally. Get away from them. Get away from toxic people ASAP, okay? ASAP. I don't care if you freaking go broke temporarily. You gotta, like, you know, you gotta just leave, man. You guys just gotta go. Okay, go no contact. All right, change your job if you're, you know, if you're being stressed and things like, because it's what the stress, the main thing is the stress, okay? The mental, the psychological, the physical stress, it's the main thing that drains it. It drains this Jing energy, your life force, okay? So other things is, you know, when you're watching like movies, like listening to bad music, like, you know, stuff like violence, like, you know, drama, you know, anything that makes your emotions, you know, controlled by the outside. Like if your emotions are being controlled by somebody else or something, which is what narcissists do. They try to control your emotions, okay? If it's being controlled by somebody else, if your emotions, if what you feel is being controlled by somebody else, then your Jing will deplete, okay? Your body knows it, and, you know, your body knows it, and it's motherfucking drivers, man. So that's a depletion of Jing, you know, trying to stress you out. These organic portals try to stress you out. That's a depletion of Jing. It's another main reason why I'm leaving, okay? These motherfuckers are piece of shit drivers, and, you know, good reason to leave. Leave toxic people, man. Leave these demons, you know. So how do you restore it? You can restore it by stopping it from leaking, okay? That thing is a leak, okay? And anything that's negative that's going into you is you're absorbing, you know, like in your awareness, okay? Like what you see, hear, smell. If it's something making you making you feel unpleasant, if it's something unpleasant, it is depleting your Jing, man. It really is, okay? So, you know, your Jing is fixed. Remember, it's fixed from postnatal and, you know, prenatal and postnatal. It's you know, it's fixed, but it can be cultivated, okay? But what I'll cover here is the postnatal cultivation of Jing, so you can increase it, okay? So you can increase it. One way of increasing it is by stopping the leaks, getting rid of bad relationships, bad food, okay? Bad religion, bad associations, bad groups of people, okay? Bad relationships. I mean, you know, anything that makes you feel negative. Bad drivers, that's a depletion of Jing too. Fucking simp ass motherfuckers are not paying attention, you know. Living in organic portal capital, that's a depletion of Jing. That's why I need to leave ASAP, man. I'm doing everything I can. I fucking, you know, now I got like 2 passports. So So the other way is eating healthy, okay, eating well-balanced meals. You know, well-balanced meals, and then hydration, okay, rest, rehabilitation. If you're injured, you need to rehabilitate. And then the last one is herbs, the use of herbs, okay, use of herbs. So the first one I recommend is cordyceps. The second one is astragalus. Okay, the third one is ginseng. fourth one is goji berry. The fifth one is it's a really good I'm thinking of the herbs that I actually taken that that actually worked for me. Let's see. Let's see. Like a root vegetable is like ginger, something spicy. You would cultivate part of the chi, but also it's also like Jing. It's also Jing. So if you don't use up that energy, it's gonna get stored as Jing from the ginger. Okay, so cut up some ginger. Okay, boil you some ginger and then throw in some little bit of brown sugar in there to taste, and then just sprinkle a little bit and then just drink it slowly. Okay, drink slow. Always drink these teas slow. That is the proper way of like drinking it, to avoid being depleting the red blood cells. Like, because there's evidence that green tea, all kinds of teas, like even black tea, they lower the amount of red blood cells in your body, if you drink lots of it. But my tip is, do it the way the ancients do it. Sip on the tea. They say sip on the tea. Okay, they never said drink tea. They say sip on the tea. Okay, and it's also a diuretic. So in order to be able to control, to feel when you're gonna have to go to the bathroom. Because if you drink tea, like Americans, like Westerners, you're gonna run to the bathroom all the time. You're just gonna be pissing all the time. You don't want to do that. Okay, coffee does that to you too. This is caffeine is a diuretic, so you want to take it in slowly, and enjoy the pleasure of just the calming sensation that you get from the tea. So another thing too is, like, you try to cultivate sensitivity. Okay, sensitivity meaning